Good evening. I'm Kathleen Mallory, Planning and Sustainability Manager, and I'll be joined this evening by representatives from the Clean Power Alliance who will be able to answer any of the Council's questions. This yearly report provides an update regarding the City of Oxnard's participation in the Clean Power Alliance, known as the CPA of Southern California. CPA is a joint powers authority that has been the default supplier of electricity generation for all land uses in Oxnard, and for that matter, most of Ventura County since 2019. As a community choice aggregator, or CCA, the CPA purchases clean power on behalf of the customers in each of its 32 member agencies, including the County of Ventura, County of Los Angeles, and 29 municipalities, in addition to the City of Oxnard. Southern California Edison, or SCE, remains responsible for electricity delivery and billing for all CPA customers, as well as resolving any electricity service issues. The city joined the CPA in February 2018 through approval of a joint powers agreement with the Los Angeles Community Choice Energy, which is a community choice aggregator, or CCA program. LACE, as it was known, subsequently was renamed the Clean Power Alliance of Southern California, or CPA. Oxnard's residential customers were enrolled in the CPA service in February 2019, and non-residential accounts were enrolled in May of 2019. The CCA is a legal structure which allows cities and counties to aggregate the buying power for individual electricity customers within their jurisdiction to secure energy supply contracts on a community-wide basis. CCAs create an alternative electrical service option to the incumbent investor-owned utility, which in Oxnard is Edison. CPA procures its renewable energy from a mix of eligible resources. These primarily come from solar and wind power and include smaller amounts of geothermal, biomass, and small hydroelectric power. Since 2018, CPA has entered into long-term power purchase agreements for more than 1,700 megawatts of new renewable energy and over 1,000 megawatts of new battery energy storage. CPA actively seeks economically viable renewable energy and battery storage projects in Los Angeles and Ventura counties. It is currently soliciting community-sponsored solar projects in disadvantaged communities, including eligible census tracts in Oxnard and Ventura. In May, due to a CPA rate structure and cost-saving measure, the city opted its impacted accounts out of CPA and returned those accounts to SCE bundled service. At that time, the city also converted its remaining municipal accounts to CPA's lean power for a savings of 1 to 2% of total electricity cost for specific accounts. The CPA's board of directors is comprised of elected officials from each of its 32 member agencies. All board meetings are open to the public and subject to Brown Act. Councilmember Carmen Ramirez served as Oxnard's primary CPA board member from 2018 to 2020. Councilmember Bert Perello now serves as the primary CPA board member, with Councilmember Vianney Lopez as a city representative, in the event that Mr. Perello cannot be present. City representation is also provided on the CPA Energy Policy Committee. Board and committee participation provides a city voice in directing funds on the implementation of CPA's many energy programs and initiatives. The cities of Oxnard, Ojai, Ventura, and Thousand Oaks and Ventura County joined the Clean Power Alliance at the 100% green power default rate, helping to ensure the carbon footprint of West Ventura County remained as low as possible. City residents and businesses have the power of choice, and they can always opt down to the lower level, the lean power level, or the 50.1% clean power level at any time. The CPA's energy tiers implement cleaner, renewable energy sooner than what is mandated by the California Public Utilities Commission for Edison. For example, the CPUC mandates an energy portfolio reliability of 50% by December 31st, 2030. That as compared to CPA's offering at Clean Power Alternative 51%, which is occurring now instead of the SCE mandated percentage, which would occur in 2030. In 2021, as a result of energy market volatility and SCE changes, CPA's rate ranges increased relative to Edison's. In early March and on a yearly basis, the CPA board evaluates its rate-setting approach to take effect in July of each year. Due to SCE's proposed rate changes, which will take effect in July of 2022, CPA expects that all of its energy products will be less expensive than Edison's rates for nearly all customers and rate schedules. As this table shows, CPA currently provides a financial savings to customers compared to Edison. CPA's board typically sets their rate annually to provide for rate stability and predictability while also maintaining competitiveness with Edison's rates. Edison's rates frequently change each year. This is driven by energy market volatility, weather impacts, regulatory proceedings, and other factors. Thus, rate comparisons between Edison and SCE can fluctuate over the course of a given year. From January 1st through December 31st, 2021, the city spent approximately $4.79 million for electricity through the CPA and Edison. As of February 21st, 2022, the city had an overall participation rate of 95.77% in CPA. This is the total of all of the account types, not as noted as the 95.44 under the 100% green power. The 95.77% is of the overall all account types. The city's residential participation rate in CPA was 96.25. The city's non-residential participation CPA rate was 92.65. In all, 40% of the city of Oxnard's residential customers participate in either the CARE, FARA, or Medical Baseline program, which are programs specifically targeted for lower income community members. There is a direct relationship between the city's participation in the CPA and our Climate Action and Adaptation Plan, or CAAP. The CAAP will include emission reduction goals and targets for various land uses and municipal operations. It'll also establish overall community-wide reduction targets for 2030, 2040, and 2050. Participation in the CPA helps the city meet our emission and local energy reduction targets sooner versus procuring energy through Edison. CPA continues to focus on expanding its long-term supply of new reliable energy sources and energy storage capacity, which will enhance and support community and grid resilience. These are also anticipated goals within the city's CAP. The CPA has a number of programs that were included within a local program strategic plan, which was approved in 2020. There are 3 programmatic areas within that plan which may be of interest to council: resilience and grid management, electrification, and local energy procurement. CPA's Power Share program is one of those programs. It is a social equity program that enables customers in underserved communities to receive the benefits of solar power without having to install their own solar rooftop panels. These customers receive 100% renewable energy at a 20% discount. The city is working with the CPA to provide outreach to eligible customers in and around Oxnard through social media outreach and pamphlets. CPA's Community Solar Program is a social equity program which will provide small-scale solar projects to underserved communities, providing clean energy at a 20% discount. Under the program, the solar developers partner with local nonprofits, schools, or public agencies to sponsor projects on behalf of nearby residents. Staff has been proactively sending letters to interested solar developing mapping tools to aid in solar placement, hosted interest meetings, and offered to meet and facilitate community solar in disadvantaged areas. In 2021, CPA launched its Power Ready program, a community benefits program offered to all of its many member agencies. The goal of that program is to make public buildings which serve a critical community purpose energy resilient by installing a solar and battery storage system as backup sources of energy in the event of an outage. To facilitate this program, in July of 2021, Council supported the placement of a solar and battery storage project at the Service Center located at 214 South C Street. Staff is working with the CPA to secure Power Ready at that facility, and in fact, there may be a potential for another site. Staff will report back to Council regarding that matter in summer of this year. In July of 2021, in partnership with the Ventura County Air Pollution Control District and the Ventura County Regional Energy Alliance, CPA took part in the launch of an electric vehicle installation effort in Ventura County. CPA contributed $1.6 million to this program, which is expected to fund 650 new chargers, including 70 fast chargers in Ventura County. There are funds remaining for level 2 chargers, and staff is actively working with CPA to designate and to identify valuable, feasible sites within the city. The city has approximately 456 municipal accounts with the CPA. Street lighting, pumping, and high usage accounts were opted out of CPA enrollment and returned to Edison bundled service in June of 2019. The city opted to enroll all municipal CPA accounts in the lean power rate tier, resulting in a 1 to 2% savings on all electric bills for these accounts. However, cost savings in July 2022 is anticipated to be cost savings in July 2022 is anticipated to be 9% for the lean tier, 8% for the clean tier, and 6% for the green energy tier, thus potentially resulting in a financial savings to the city. These rates do fluctuate in July of each year and are subject to review and approval by the California Public Utilities Commission. The precise savings is difficult to calculate considering SCE transmission rates would still be assessed, and that the rates potentially change throughout the year if enrolled in the CPA, or for that matter, even the Edison. Periodic evaluation of accounts and opportunities for cost savings and greenhouse gas emission reductions from other CPA or investor-owned utility rate offerings will be considered as part of the city's CAAP. Converting city accounts to the 100% green power level would result in reductions in the city's greenhouse gas emissions. SCE's generation rates are increasing by 18% beginning in March 2022. The increased SCE generation rate combined with the decreased PICA transmission charge will improve CPA's competitive position versus Edison. Several factors are leading to increase in Edison's generation rates. If council has questions regarding that component, CPA staff will be more than happy to answer those questions on that matter. Staff's recommendation is that the City Council receive and file this update regarding the city's participation in the Clean Power Alliance. This concludes staff's presentation.